It began on a Wednesday. The kind of dull, gray morning that made the walls of Redwood High feel even more suffocating. Students shuffled through the hallways, locked in their usual routines. But Madison Clare had a different kind of routine: survive, stay small, stay invisible. She wasn't shy. She was just tired. Tired of being looked through like she didn't exist, and tired of the feeling that she didn't belong. Madison was 17. Petite. Bookish. Always wore her black hoodie and kept her earbuds in, even when they weren't playing anything. Her long brown hair hid her face. Her classmates saw her as a ghost. But ghosts don't feel pain or rage. Madison did. The moment everything broke. As she reached her locker, she felt it: a hand. Not an accidental bump. Not a misunderstanding. A disgusting, deliberate grab. A violation. Tyler Reynolds. Football captain. Tall, smug, arrogant. His friends Chad, the loudmouth, and Blake, the rich boy with zero empathy, burst out laughing as Tyler smirked and pulled his hand back like it was a joke. "Relax, it was a compliment," he said, grinning. "Didn't mean anything." Madison froze. Around them, other students stopped. A few gasped. But no one stepped in. No one said a word. Like always. Only this time, something inside her snapped. She turned around slowly. Calm. Too calm. Everyone expected her to cry or walk away. Instead, Madison spoke in a voice that chilled the hallway to silence. "Do that again," she said, eyes locked on Tyler. "And I'll break your hand." Tyler blinked, confused. "What? You serious?" She didn't repeat herself. He reached forward again, mockingly. And that's when it happened. Madison grabbed his wrist, twisted it behind his back with one sharp move, and the crack was so loud it echoed. Tyler screamed. His body dropped to one knee as pain overtook his arrogance. Blake lunged to help, but she ducked low and swept his legs out from under him. Chad charged, only to be stopped by a knee to the stomach and a palm strike that slammed his head into the locker. Gasps turned into screams. Phones came out. The hallway, once a stage for bullies, had become Madison's battleground. But the story wasn't about a fight. It was about survival. Madison didn't just know how to fight, she was trained. Her father, David Clare, was a Marine for 20 years. Her mother, Angela, had been a professional MMA fighter before retiring to teach women self-defense. Madison's weekends weren't spent at parties or the mall. They were spent training in garages, backyards, dojos. Elbows, takedowns, joint locks, endurance, mental focus. Her parents never forced it on her, but they warned her. "The world doesn't play fair," her dad once said. "You can't wait for someone to save you." And so, she became her own hero. The consequences came quickly. Madison was summoned to the principal's office. Some teachers whispered she was dangerous. Some students said she was crazy. But something else happened. Girls started speaking up. Emily Dawson, a junior cheerleader, cried in front of the school counselor. She confessed that Tyler had harassed her for months, but no one listened. Rachel from freshman year admitted she skipped classes to avoid Blake. Another girl shared screenshots of crude messages Chad had sent her, which the school had ignored. Madison's act of self-defense had done what no school policy could: it made people talk. It made them brave. Madison didn't hide. She stepped forward. Instead of apologizing, she offered a plan. She approached the school board and proposed a self-defense workshop for girls. At first, the board hesitated, but when Madison's mom volunteered to co-teach, and dozens of girls signed up, they gave the green light. Every Wednesday after school, the gym was filled with laughter, sweat, and confidence. Girls who once feared the halls began walking taller. They weren't just learning punches and kicks, they were learning how to own their space, their voice, and their worth. Even some boys joined, not to mock, but to support. Real allies. Real change. But victory came with pain. That night, when Madison was alone in her room, she cried. Not because she was afraid, but because years of silence had finally broken. She felt guilt, shame, anger, all tangled together. Her mom came in and held her. "You were never meant to stay quiet forever," Angela whispered. "You didn't just protect yourself. You lit a fire." And Madison whispered back, "I didn't want to be anyone's hero. I just wanted it to stop." Her mom smiled softly. "That's exactly why you became one." The final week of school was different. As Madison walked through the hallways, students moved out of her way, not in fear, but in respect. There were no more whispers. No more laughs behind her back. And when Tyler returned, his wrist in a cast and ego shattered, he didn't need her eyes. He couldn't. That's when Lucy, a quiet girl from sophomore year, walked up to Madison. "Thank you," she said. "Because of you, I told my brother. And he believed me." Madison's throat tightened. She nodded. "You believed yourself first. That's what matters." The lesson? Not all fighters wear gloves. Some wear hoodies and carry heavy hearts. Sometimes, the smallest girl carries the biggest courage. Madison didn't fight because she wanted to. She fought because someone crossed the line and she refused to stay silent. Final message: teach your daughter's strength. Teach your sons respect. And teach everyone that silence is not safety. Because the moment someone stands up, the game changes forever.